Hey, I'm going to show you a Homestead hack that I came up with. That's my choice for my blown garden hoses. Stay tuned, I'll show you what I do and why it blew. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. I'm your host, Jerry Hansen. Maintenance is a constant, never-ending thing when you're a homeowner, or even if you're just a renter, and you have things like this that break on you. We had 110-degree temperature up here. I accidentally left the hose on. The heat of the water with the heat heated the water in here and softened the material of this cheap Chinese hose, and it blew. But I came up with a solution to repair my hose. There's a couple of different methods you could use to repair these hoses. One method is buying those cheap plastic connectors and just splice the hose together. I chose the brass, but I chose the couplers instead of the splicers. That way I could use the short end of the hose for other short projects and just give me a variety of excuses to use the different parts of the hose. The end result will be just the same, and the price between the splicer and the couplers are the same, exactly the same price. I picked these up for $8 and some change. That's all they are right there. So I'm going to go ahead and separate these two. I'm just going to use a pair of wire cutters to separate that, get rid of that. We'll deposit that in the trash when I get into the house. Then you end up with two hose clamps, and then two pieces. You've got a female end, or a male end, and a female end. Yep. So I'm just going to connect these like this because I'm going to splice my hose. And let me show you another tool I use that I have in my arsenal of tools is plumbing. In your plumbing department at your local hardware store, grab you one of these. These are excellent for cutting. Like, this is a electrical conduit. It's gray, specific for electrical. And this is great for cutting out the pieces that you need. It's a nice, sharp, replaceable blade. So I'm going to use this tool to trim off the bad ends of the hose. Yep, just keep cranking, clip. And you just pull it apart, separate that blade, and go down to your next piece. And then I'm going to pocket this and deposit that into the trash can. Now, sometimes your hoses are going to be a little bit hard to stuff these places. Also, I want to point out there's different sizes of hoses and different sizes of connectors that you want to get. These are 5/8. So this, for me to insert this with ease, I'm going to take me a cup of water. I'm going to heat it up in the microwave. And I'm going to dip the end of the hose in the hot water. That's going to soften the material, making it more pliable. That's a Homestead hack for you. I've showed this before, so we'll set that down. Okay, now remember, you got a female and a male end. Put your hose clamp on first. Dip this in your cup of hot water to get it nice and soft and pliable. And since the other end of this hose is a female end, we're going to take this male end and put it on the this end of the hose and apply our hose clamp. And tighten it down. And the other end of the hose, we're going to do the same thing. We'll just stick it in there, soften the material a little bit. Put the hose clamp on and insert this in the end right like so, because with that softened, it makes it a little bit easier to get on. Try doing it on a cold day. It's not very conducive. Let me screw this onto the male end so this doesn't push through. Okay, now we can seat it. And there it's seated. Loosen that. Got to open up the hose clamp so it'll fit up over that collar. And tighten it down. Now I took my 2 pieces of hose and made 2 hoses out of them. So if at any time I want to use a shorter piece of hose, this one looks about 20 feet long. The other one probably 25 feet long. It's a 50-foot hose. So now I've got 2 pieces of hose that I could use in different applications, but I managed to, instead of waste my hose, I just splice it together with these 2 ends. And this will suit me just fine. So remember, use a cup of hot water for using softening the rubber hoses, and then you have a really good hose that you're ready to, well, in my case, I'm going to fill the pond. And at the same time, it aerates it for the fish too. Because we've had 105, 110 degree temperature here lately. I'm Jerry Hansen with a Homestead Hack. Please stay tuned to more videos. You can do that by subscribing, clicking that bell icon that alerts you to new videos as I upload them. Give us a thumbs up, click that share button. Sharing my videos on your social media platforms helps us out a lot. Remember, be safe, always be kind, stay cool. We'll see you guys in the next adventure. Bye-bye now.